Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated.
So, hey
Nerd
everyone,
core
welcome.
used to be
We
just a
had a
made-up
little
word.
tragedy last
MCs
weekend. Can we get F's in chat for Kyle's internet?
My internet, your car.
My car. It was a bad week for Kyle and I.
If anything could happen, it has happened.
And
Literally.
we can't make this shit up.
Oh, there's so many things that I just wish I could tell. But
But
I'm
yeah,
not
just
woo.
we'll just say be good to each other, everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Be honest with each other.
Be honest and treat other people how you would want to be treated.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a that's the number one rule in life, I think, is just one, don't be a dick. Like that encompasses everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think. That should cover enough of that.
Maybe we should make EGTN Don't Be a Dick shirts.
Mm-hmm. Don't be a Richard.
Don't be a Richard. And just
Sorry
have
to
a
anybody
picture of
that's
Chope
named
on
Richard
there.
that's listening out there, but just go by Richard. Don't be a dick.
We love you, Richards, just not dicks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, with that, welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 30 to 40 something year olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And wherever you guys are, take time to like, subscribe, whatever, follow us. Get in the Discord in the show notes down below.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
wait.
We're out of practice. Below.
I was getting the thing ready.
So Discord's totally free. Great little application for people to communicate. We've got a great server going, really great community. Lots of people talking about lots of awesome, cool things. Anything that you're interested in. We've got separate little channels broken out so you can talk about your comics and your anime and your movies and your ball sports and your Funkos and your Legos and like you name it, it's in there. Okay. So get in there, check it out. Totally free. Get hooked up with like-minded nerds and argue with each other respectfully, because it does happen and it's so much fun. But also just check it out, be part of the group. Also, if you want to hang out with Chris and I live and in person, typically we try to stream every Friday and Saturday night. For the last 2 months, things have been happening. We're not in sync.
We are not in sync, and we're not going to be in sync this weekend either because you're gone.
No, so like either I'm here or Chris is here or I'm not. Last night or night before last, my internet just took a crap again. Somebody, I think a power pole got taken out, which took out the tower, which took out the station.
And I was actually good to play. Yeah,
to the whole town. But I was, and so last night Chris couldn't play. I was tired. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we tried to Friday and Saturday night. I'm doing more through the week right now, as my job has slowed down for summertime. But check out, hang out with us there. Chris is on Twitch. This is Guyver Unit 01, GUIBERUNT01. Myself is KSIG, K_SIG. Find us on there. Follow us. Hang out. Be a cool person.
And we have had 2 requests this week for another movie night.
Ooh.
So we may do that. That may be fun to do.
We'll do it again. I'm all about it. And if it's just me hanging out in Discord watching the movie by myself,
so be it.
So be it. If you're gonna pop in, let me know so I can switch to a different movie. So
it's a dirty movie, so
oh god, I downloaded the wrong Star Wars.
What are those stormtroopers doing? They're the 69 brigade.
Do the lightsabers usually hum like that?
Wait, why are they calling them D-sabers?
Yeah. That one's got... Oh, that must be Darth Maul. Oh, God, that is Darth Maul. Okay.
Why is it double-ended?
R2-D2, no!
What? Again, if you're just joining us, no one cracks us up more than ourselves. So, yeah. No, we got that out of the way.
Program for protocol and etiquette. So...
I am fluent in over 9 billion ways of etiquette, sir.
C469, what are you doing?
And then you get a little...
Or would he...
And in comes Babu Fret.
Or would he be CDPO? Would he be CDPO? That could be.
Someone comes in dressed like Grogu.
Mhm.
Yes, 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 yes.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, Hollywood, shady sector. We need you to
need
contact us.
you.
We have
We
your
need you
next
on this.
idea for a great hit for a spanky.
This
So-
this is a better version of the Rise of Skywalker. I mean, why is this one called Attack of the Holes?
Is that Jabba? Jabba, no Wookiee nipple pinchy.
Episode 4, A New Poke. What?
I don't know
about you guys, but apparently we needed a break because we came back funny as hell.
Yeah, we are super funny.
You may not laugh. Banner's gonna laugh. Banner, you
Oh,
better laugh and
Banner's
quit your
gonna
bitching because
die.
we got the episode out now.
I bet Chof is.
Nah, it's just Joe.
Yeah, it's just Chof.
All right, so we're on. What are we
so-
even doing today?
We're on episode 14, tipping point of season 2 of Bad Batch. We're almost done, so we can get back to a new series and then some new. Don't get us wrong, we love Bad Batch. We love
do.
Star Wars.
This
Going
is
through
taking away
16 of
from-
this, yeah. We didn't keep up like this. We should have. We're gonna get back to some OC coming up.
We're
So-
sorry. We blame Chove.
and it is not actually his fault. It's Banner's
That's our
fault.
shirt. That's our shirt that we need to make. Blame Chove. When
Blame
in doubt,
Chove.
blame Chove.
Actually, I could make a good thing for that.
Get on
Okay, let me
Teespring,
work
make
on
it
that.
happen. I bet we can sell at least 10s of them.
Yeah, at least tens, and they'll all be to connect.
Yeah, Connects just handing them out at family reunions. They're like, what does this even mean? Don't worry about it. Like, it means something to me, and that's what's important.
In the very kinetics way.
Mhm.
Stop. Here, have a shirt.
See, if you guys hang out with us in Discord, you'll know who all of our friends are, and you can make fun of them with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they're just a lot of fun to watch too when
Mhm.
they stream.
All right,
Okay.
so tipping point, season 2, episode 14. There's 3 left, counting this one.
So
Right?
we go
16
on.
episodes. Yep.
Yep, 16 episodes.
So we see some shit flying in the air. For you guys that don't know, when we do these reviews, we're watching this together in group watch on Disney Plus. Don't come after us, Mouse. We can do this.
Yep.
And we're just kind of breaking things down scene by scene, trying to see if we catch anything cool. Our own little review of it. It's a lot more longer format than just those little 10-minute YouTube reviews that you see sometimes. That means ours is better because it's longer. It's math.
Yep. And
So-
we're more long-winded.
Quantity, not quality. That's what we're going for.
You're
So,
welcome, people.
where we left off was right after Crosshair got shot, right?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
not shot. He shot the admiral,
And then he passed out. Yeah.
and then he passed out because he had been injured severely.
Yep.
And
Man got
we're
caught
picking
in
up.
an avalanche.
Mhm.
Dug his way out. So
That
now
could have
we're
made
in
a great like truck commercial, like for an avalanche, like a rock.
like we should put it to the Mentos commercial music.
Mentos.
It don't matter what
Don't
Pressure
know the
full
words, the
of life.
sharpshooters
Yeah.
out of, or sharpshooters. God dang it, crosshairs out of the black.
Crosshairs.
When we did this first season, I called him like I know it's crosshair, but for some reason sharpshooter like kept sticking in my head. Like I got that crossed up one time, and it stuck in my head so hard of messing it up that I didn't want to say it again. That I almost said it so many times. Like I've been fighting that.
Well, his name is now Sharpshooter then.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
Why
Hot
do you shoot
pockets.
so good? Sharpshooter. All right, so we're on the planet in the hangar.
In the hangar, we see a bunch of looks like clone troopers walking around.
Yeah, you get the
commandos,
blue
actually.
visors.
Well, there's stormtroopers and then clone commandos flanking them.
Yeah.
And they hit someone, they go eyes down. Dick troopers. And then they meet
What
a
is that
guy
guy?
who says secure the prisoners for transport. We have a schedule to keep.
You know anybody that pronounces it as schedule?
Mm-hmm. You know they're
Um,
evil.
they are evil.
Yeah. And he's British, so you know, they only make the Brits the evil ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you get, Britain. Suck it, England.
Talk it, England.
No, we
they're
love you guys.
they're taking off on a transport ship. I'm sorry, the transport ships look really cool.
They do look really cool.
And then one appears in front of them, drops out of hyperspace, very, very Empire tactics, and starts firing on them. And they're like, jump to hyperspace, get us out of here. They took us out on they took out our hyperdrive. This is a transport ship. It's only got a single gun on top.
Yeah.
Who is inside this ship?
We got Echo and we got Rex. And some other pretty salty looking clones.
Well, wouldn't you be at this point?
Yeah, 100%.
They're trying to take them out.
Oh, they got Fireball was one. I missed the other one.
Fireball, you know what his code name is on the radio?
Dukin?
Dukin. Whiskey.
It's not even real whiskey.
Well,
he's
not a real person either. He's a clone.
Clones are real people too.
Not if you're Tango Whiskey.
Are you an imperialist? Obviously. Clones aren't real people. They don't have rights.
Clones don't have rights. You'll never take my clone. Okay. So basically, the guy's like, why have you stopped firing? Shoot that ship down. Our weapon systems are offline. You can tell this is the hit and run tactics that Echo and Rex are deploying for this.
We got Fireball. We got, was it Leech? Was Leech the name of another clone, or was that the name of the little thing they were sending out? I
don't know.
We'll go with both.
We'll go with both. How good do you have to be that they named a thing that penetrates a ship Leech? I bet that's the name of the thing because it looked like it attached like a leech.
Yeah.
It went down and like bored into it.
It was pretty cool looking though.
It was actually really cool looking. And then they're like, all troopers prepare to be boarded. Again, that could be the main theme of our Star Wars porn.
Prepare to be boarded.
Prepare to be boarded. All troops. Yeah.
Go for it.
You're thinking about it.
I had other things rolling in my head and I lost them.
So they're boarding the transport ship. We could explain more, but it's any boarding scene that you've ever seen in Star Wars or Star Trek or, anything.
There's explosions and pews going on. Lots of shot grenades, stun grenades. But like, it's cool. You get to see like them being tactical about. That's one thing that I've really liked about Bad Batch is anytime that they are doing anything or anybody that they're attached to doing any type of mission or they're always really covert. They're super tactical. You don't see this just like run and gun tactic, right? Like it's cool to see them operate as an elite force because they are. And then anybody that's usually around them, like I don't know, did they just get like a buff?
Take this. I gotta take this.
And so anyway, so we're back in the ship. We're seeing that they have successfully boarded and looks like possibly at this point captured. They still haven't made it all the way to, I guess you would call it it's the bridge. I was going to say cockpit, but it's a huge ship, and then cockpit's just going to open us up for a lot more other jokes that we're not ready for. So they're trying to gain access to the bridge at this point. They take out the guards and they leave the officer there. And so again, this is it's a lot of fighting that we see, but I absolutely love this style that we're seeing. Like I know we get some of it in some of the movies, but so anyway, the officer's being interrogated because they're wanting to, like, where are you taking these clones? At the time, they're noticing that they're erasing the databank. So this is a covert mission from the Empire trying to dispose of these clones or take them somewhere where they don't know. And as he's asking that officer, where are you taking them? He pops the old electric cyanide pill in his tooth, buzzes and fries his brain and dies. So obviously something super secret that does not need to be found out, and they're finding out, but now, Imperial reinforcements are starting to arrive. And so we see some more of the Empire starting to do more and more shady stuff with these clones. And so we know they're probably taking them to the same, or we know they're taking them to the same prison where they're holding, I'm going to say right now. Excuse me. And so firefight breaks out. They get the prisoners. They're flying out. We've got TIE fighter. We've got all kinds of blaster action going on, hot blaster action as they're trying to escape. So this is another like very action heavy episode, which is kind of hard for us to talk about because you kind of have to see it until we get into some of the deeper stuff. Now, when we get into the dialogue and things like that, that's great because we can really break that down. But we're back at the prison now where they were holding all these clones. We know something's up. Okay. We see that they're now talking to Crosshair. They're telling him to get on his feet. He's being held prisoner for what he did on the snow planet. I forgot the name of it. Very Hoth-like, but a lot more snowy. And they're pulling Crosshair out of the cell. This is so important, I think, because we see Crosshair seeing all these other clones held in prison cells. And this is, we know from his actions in the last episode that this is a huge turning point for him. We had talked for a while that there would be a redemption arc. At least we thought and we hoped there would be a redemption arc for Crosshair because he defected. He stayed, well, technically he didn't defect. The other guys defected. He stayed with the Empire while things were going on. And so we've been waiting on this redemption arc for Crosshair because everybody wants it. Like, it's great that we got one of the batch being a bad guy. And he was so committed to that good soldiers follow orders line that was just embedded in them so hard. To see him now starting to crack and get out of that and see things for what they really actually are. And so now he's talking to one of the doctors, one of the female doctors that's, telling him, good morning. How are you feeling? And he's got the attitude. He's like, well, what's it to you? So he's got still got that good Crosshair attitude. Now it's just directed back to them. I'm sorry. She's not a doctor. She's one of the scientists, telling him that one of the doctors is on the way. His method you will enjoy. So they're going to try to get some information out of him. And then we see the slick-haired doc showing. I forgot his name. But he tells him, like, you feel quickly. Glad to see us. And Crosshair asks, why is he there? So this is where we start to get some explanation. He's like, if you think it's the punishment for shooting your commanding officer, you're wrong. He says it shows initiative. Doc says that's showing initiative. So he's not being punished, but he's there. The doc is saying, I'm intending to give you a clean slate. On Crosshair, they're going to start you over. But all you have to do is tell me how to find Clone Force 99. So they still firmly believe that Crosshair has information on where his brothers are, which we know for sure he does not. And they kind of had a little stare down. Like he said, they're in possession of something I need. So we know that they're after Omega, which Crosshair says, the kid. We don't know what they want with her yet, but he's telling them that they're wasting their time. They won't turn her over. And the doc saying, they don't have a choice. She's a clone and therefore Imperial property. Help me locate your former squad. And so we know that they're about to do some truth-seeking information on him. He's offering Crosshair his freedom in exchange for information. Crosshair tells him he doesn't know where they are. And I kind of like to think that at this point, even if he did know, even if Crosshair knew, I think he is now finally jaded enough against the Empire to, if he knew, I don't think he would tell him. I think we're kind of at that point now with him that he's finally hit that breaking point that he needed to see the Empire for what they really were. And
what the hell did I come back to?
Oh, yeah. Well, we download the wrong episode. If you guys don't know,
someone getting choked.
We're paused at minute. Where are we at here? 9 minutes and like 12 seconds where Crosshair is now getting choked on a table.
What? Did you switch to your Star Wars? A new poke?
Yep. So in this episode of the Butt Batch, we are... I was doing so good about being serious and telling what was going on and explaining the scene and giving detail. backstory and like his thoughts, and you come back like, why is he getting choked?
You're welcome.
Choke me harder, doctor.
Got him.
If you guys are only listening, sometimes you need to watch the videos because we can occasionally make Chris shoot coffee out of his nose.
Oh no, this is Georgia peach tea.
Sounds amazing. How's it
Oh,
smell?
it's delicious, but now everything smells peachy.
You're doing it wrong.
I'm doing it wrong. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, continue where you were, sir.
Oh, well, so we'll tag you back in here. This is where the doc is starting to interrogate Crosshair.
Oh yeah.
Give up the information. And like I said, I don't think at this point, even if he knew, I don't think he would, because he's past that loyalty to the Empire now.
Yep. He's done. He's done being a good soldier.
We were waiting for the breaking point. We were waiting for the redemption arc, and we're here. And so we think he's past that point. They're holding him down, so that we have our ways. And he tells me, like, I don't know what they are. He's like, but you know how they think, and you know how they operate. You're one of them. Contacts to reach out to. You've got information that's useful to me somewhere inside your brain, and I'm going to dig it out with a spoon. You didn't say that, but that's kind of where we're at.
That's what you're doing. And he's looking at him, and you think Crosshair's like, okay, they're galacticwish.com, Chuck Liddell, get out of my face.
Oh my God, is
without the goatee? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
He looks like Chuck Liddell.
He kind of does. Well, yeah. Well, the eyebrow, is it the eyebrow?
It's the eyebrow. It's the eyebrow. So someone comes and goes, our transport ships were attacked, and then you hear some groaning and some like twitches on the table, and we're back to Kyle's Star Wars. Next thing you know, we see a planet. What planet do you think this is? What?
We see a planet.
We see a planet. I'm trying to figure out which planet this is.
It's Coruscant.
Is it Coruscant?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back on Coruscant. Oh, that's right, because they're back on the base of operations.
I'm gonna fill up my water. You pick this up.
Okay. Back on Coruscant. This guy goes, I don't know for how long we were in that prison. I went in with 8 of my men, only 3 survived. It's of course one of the clones, but he's taller than the rest. All the other prisoners were there too. And it's Chuchi again. She says, what crime were you all being detained? Dissidents, questioning and disobeying imperial orders. They were being shuttled off-world when we intercepted them. She said, where were we being taken? I don't know. But the other groups of clones were transferred before us some rotations ago. So all the clones are being rounded up, taken to this secret organization who is experimenting on them, which we know is for the Palpatine longevity, whatever they call it, Operation Lightning Dick. I don't know what it was called. But Echo's like, okay, I'm gonna go find out what's going on. Chuchi's like, be careful, Echo. I like your pegged leg.
Which movie are we on again?
The Goonies matched up with Star Wars. They got to watch out. They're setting booty traps.
That's what I said. Booby traps. Where's my little data at? He's in the bridge somewhere.
So Sharpshooter is passed out.
God dang it.
And the little nurse practitioner is checking his eyes and giving him shots and other things nurse practitioners do.
Yep.
She said, you may secure his restraints, and Sharpshooter is he's conscious, and next thing you know, he grabs a blaster and starts firing, kills the 2 troopers and the torture droid. And she goes, take a breath, think this through. He's like, release me. And she's like, okay, yeah, no, everything's cool, man. Yeah, everything's cool. It's like, you can't make it out of this facility. Maybe you shouldn't back talk when you got a blaster in your face. And he goes, give me your access card. She's like, I won't get you outside. She's a know-it-all. Like, this is why, he came in for some help. He had a sinus infection, and she's being a know-it-all.
I gave him a Z-Pack.
Yep. That's all he wanted was a C-Pack. The clone pack.
The old clone pack.
He stuns her, takes her access card. Like, I don't know why he wasted all that time anyway, to be honest with you. You think he would have just done that to begin with?
Dramatic effect. Why do we do anything?
Space filler.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, there's 2 troopers there, and here's the difference between Sharpshooter and the rest of the batch. He fired a shot, obviously missed them. I don't know why he didn't honestly take him out. Maybe he's still groggy.
He's looking at it. He's not moving his best right
And that's
now.
probably what it is. So he's missed,
definitely
shot
been
him
better.
between them. He's been better.
Yeah.
I've been better.
I got better.
I got better.
Bring out your clones.
Bring out your clones. Oreca. That's Monty
Instead of
Python
the boards,
reference,
they're
for those
just
of you who don't know.
carrying like
Mouse droids.
yeah, they're carrying mouse. Just burp.
Little mini R2s.
Or Jawas. They're just
but he misses, and this is the difference between the rest of the Clone Force 99 and Sharpshooter here. He shot to kill. He killed them both. Didn't have it on stun. He was shooting to kill.
Mhm.
Then again, he took one of their blasters. I don't know if there is a stun setting. There is.
there always is.
There always is. I answered my own question. Shut up.
You're fine. You're doing well, sir.
You're doing good. He hits the vent. It's basically just a big action scene where he's trying to escape. We could describe it more, but you're not really going to get the effect.
No.
He's escaping. There's steam. He makes his way to the command deck. And he's looking around. He's like, buttons. And he's groggy. Like normally he would be able to put that access card in, but he kind of struggled with it.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Hemlock. I was trying to think of that guy's name.
Oh, Hemlock, that was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dr. Hemlock. And then next thing you know, this is actually really important. He's sending a communication. He's moving the communication satellite, and then he goes Plan 88. An unauthorized outgoing transmission is being sent from here, and he just says Plan 88.
Yeah,
is what Sharpshooter says.
That was their distress code, wasn't it?
I think it was.
I'm gonna look that up really quick because that sounds.
Next thing you know, they put the concentrated Rancor gas in the room to knock him out, and he's like, "Oh my head." I don't know why he sounds like a dwarf to me in my head. He's like, "Oh, me head." He grabs his gun and he falls down, passed out, and
that was their code. Here it is. I found it on Wikipedia. Plan 88, the Seeker were being targeted. Plan 88, also known as the Seeker, was a tactical phrase used by Clone Force 99 signifying that they were being targeted and to hide.
Oh, wow. So this is part of his redemption arc. Instead of trying to escape himself, he was warning his brothers, hide.
Yeah.
So, wow. Dr. Hamhawk comes up and aka Chuck Liddell comes up and he's checking on him. He's basically just gloating at this point. Yeah. He's like, you didn't make it. Sorry.
He's even got the ears and everything.
Yeah, it's Chuck Liddell. They should bring him into Ahsoka or something.
Huh?
It's Dr. Hemlock. They should bring Liddell in. It's Dr. Hemlock into the live action.
Have you heard him try to talk lately?
No, is it bad?
It's not going to work. No, his brain is screwed, dude. Like, it wasn't great, but he was not the greatest orator before.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so many blows to the head.
I think all the blows to the head and all the blow probably screwed him up. And
and the blow. Well, maybe they could make him like a droid or something. Like it just talks for him and just make it.
That would be their best bet. Not gonna lie, because it's gonna take a while to shoot. His brain's gone, man. Like I saw an interview with him the other day. He was explaining with somebody how to kick. Like he always kind of had a little bit of a belly, but now he has full on dad beard belly. He still kicks like a damn mule.
Right.
But like him trying to talk and explain what he was doing, like no idea.
Doesn't that just kind of make you sad?
It does. He's turned into the Boomhauer of UFC. Like it's just, It's so bad.
Old man, and the
Damn,
kick, and then they go the
roundhouse kick, the old
get,
rib
get
kick,
your bell
man.
rang, man.
Goddamn, I'll call me old Iceman, man. Tell you what, man, we did.
And then the bell goes, oh, and then I go on, dang old man, I'll be punch below the belt, man.
Goddamn, old tap out, man. Tell you what, we get.
Dang old tap out.
Bring that bell, old man, ready to rumble. Tell you what,
man.
go on.
So,
Oh, God.
if y'all can't tell, we're very excited about the King of the Hill reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And the date series premiere for Futurama in July.
They get the date. I haven't been keeping up.
Go watch the trailer. Yeah, the official trailer came out with the date.
Okay, I'll watch the trailer. I'll try it. So, like, we're veering off here for a second, but this is important nerd shit. Like, I try to avoid as much spoilers as I can, and like, I know you like to dive in and see, like, oh, they said this is going to be here, and this leak was here, and I go the opposite direction, because for me, this has made things so much better. I think for me, for enjoying new content and stuff when it comes out, because I think if we get it, once you get so deep and involved in it, and you start thinking about, like, man, they're saying this could happen, and this could happen, and all these things could possibly happen. We start getting these ideas in our head, like, this is what we think is going to happen, because people are throwing out all these cool ideas, like, it'd be awesome if they did this, awesome if we did this, and then they don't do it, or we get all these leaks that turn out to be true, and we end up getting our expectations maybe not too high, but maybe off center, where they're over here, they're just as high, but maybe these should actually be brought in a little bit more here. And so I've been finding out as I get less information on the front end and I just go into it, I enjoy stuff so much more.
Really?
Because my expectations they're tempered a lot. And
what was the Mad TV skit? Lowered expectations.
Lowered expectations. I don't think
it's kind of like that.
I don't think it's lowering our expectations. I think it's not artificially elevating our expectations.
Artificially inseminating our expectations.
Yes. You want the real thing.
Yep. You want the real. You don't want that artificial stuff.
No.
I can see what you're saying. I might try that on one, but
you want to wheeze the real juice.
Like you said, don't wheeze my juice. That's me. I like to deep dive. I like to figure out, okay, how is this connected? What is this? And then I'm prepared. Kyle's very similar, but at the same time, you just heard his explanation. I think that's how we complement each other.
I kind of like doing it from the other side of it. Like, after I see it and I see all these things, like, because I'm really bad about remembering anything, period.
Yeah, you are.
And like, but I'll know, like, that's connected to something. And then I'll go back and I'll find out later. And then that makes, for me, the rewatch a lot better.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, now I know. And I'll go back and either just rewatch the parts, rewatch the whole thing. But then I still got that whole newness of, like, I had no idea what's going to be happening going into it. Like, even if there's like a big bad reveal, that's hard to avoid. You almost cannot avoid those. But
you can't nowadays.
What is awesome is if you can. So if you can avoid finding out who the big bad is, and we're talking mostly like superhero type movies here, then that makes the reveal so much better, right? So, like, if you had no idea that Thanos was going to be the big bad and that he's even going to be, but they kind of ruin it with the trailers and stuff there, or not the trailers, but the post credits and all that. You get a little hint of it there, but that feeling though of the post credit trailer, when you see something that you had no idea was going to be there, and like, that's the next big bad, by not diving too deep ahead of time, you can still get that feeling when you're actually watching the movie. So that's my 2 cents. I agree
with all that.
Take it for what it's worth.
Take it.
You just take it.
Next thing we know, we're on a dock.
I forgot the name of this planet. It's where they were after the tsunami and all that.
Yeah, it's where the Batch is taking up residence.
Yeah.
It's where Wanda Sykes' character brought them.
Where Fee brought him.
Yep. Don't worry, he's not with the Empire. Hunter's talking to the mayor, and here comes Wrecker with this gigantic fish.
I got a fish.
And it's ugly. He's like, you've been busy. He's like, you got that right. And they're like, hey, Wrecker, come get us. It's the little girl. I can't remember her name. It's been 2 weeks.
What's her face?
What's her face? And basically, the mayor's just like, "Hey, you guys have been great. Thank you so much. You've been an integral part of rebuilding. Thank you so much."
Mm.
So,
Hunter telling like putting down roots is an occupational hazard for a soldier, typically. But you can tell he's considering it. Like, man, maybe it's just time to retire. And to set up shop. And like at that point, he was really thinking about it. And then you see the Marauder take off.
yeah. And then they go running after it, and they're like, "More flying lessons." And you see, he's like, "Yep." And then you see Tech just nervous as hell in the passenger seat, and Omega's doing it. And he's like, "Up, Omega, pull up." She's like, "Copy that."
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, do a barrel roll. And she goes,
Yeah, I don't want to play some Star Fox now.
I do too. If you watch the new Mario movie, in Mario's room, there is that. What do they call them? What are the ships called?
I forgot what they were called.
But he has a model of one on his TV.
I still haven't got to finish it. I've started it several times, and Little Man's watched it like 8 times.
It's a great movie.
It's his current favorite movie. Maybe we could talk about that coming up really soon. We need to.
That'd be a
really
good one.
soon, actually.
Well, and the impact that it's had, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's another original we can do.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that would be a Nerkie still.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be Bad Batch.
No.
Basically, the reason we're not telling you what's going on, it's still Omega flying.
She's getting good too.
Yeah, and then she just did a space Tokyo drift in the Marauder. And Tech's like, "That was really good." She's like, "Thank you." And they're like, "Incoming vessel on approach." Like, "It's him. Havoc 4. This is Havoc 5.
Maverick,
Copy.
Maverick, you're too low. Maverick, pull up. You're too low. God damn it! I want some ass.
God dang it.
What's a Top Gun reference for everyone who didn't get it? Next thing you know, it's that same ship that Echo was driving at a captured, whatever it is,
the little transport ship, the prisoner
transport.
Or no, that's what they were flying to capture capture the captured people.
It's the one with the leech.
Yeah, they're like, "Echo's back.
Echo's back. Let me hug your peg leg
and your peg arm
and your peg arm."
Funny enough, he shows up in both versions of the Star Wars things we've been watching.
Yeah, he's in the peg scene.
Yeah, really good at accessing data ports.
Butt Force 99.
God dang it.
And then Echo goes, "I'm surprised you're not in Ord Mandel with Sid." And Hunter's basically like, "Yeah."
About that.
About that. And Omega comes and grabs Echo. And just how ironic is it that the guy who is the least human out of all of them now is the most human, who's made the best connection.
You saw like that big smile on his face when she gave him a hug, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a happy." I mean,
isn't that
man.
nuts?
Yeah.
The least human is made the most connection. I think that's my opinion.
Yeah.
He hands them a data port that says, "Hey, and we couldn't decrypt it, but they're taking clones somewhere. We need your help to Tech." And he goes, "Cool." Next thing you know, Chuck Locke is talking to someone. He's like talking to a governor, and it's who is Tarkin?
Tarkin.
Because he's not Grand Moff yet. He's just Governor Tarkin still.
Was he admiral at this? He was an admiral at one point.
He was an admiral at one point. No,
but not yet. He wasn't admiral until like episode 4.
I thought he was a general.
I thought he was admiral.
Look it up real quick.
I'm on it. You keep going.
But he's governor at this point, and they're talking. They're just talking about the grand plan, Hemlock's grand plan, what he's working on, and apparently only Hemlock, the Emperor, and Tarkin know what's really going on. He's like, "I will expect a full briefing at the summit. You have asked for a lot of money, basically." So he's saying, "I want results." Hemlock is sitting there just going, "Make the donuts." Make the
okay.
clones.
I don't think he had got or he's on his way of getting Grand Moff, because in Clone Wars He was captain, and then later became admiral.
Oh, he was admiral.
In Rebels, he starts off as governor of the Outer Rim and eventually receives his Grand Moff title. So he gets Moff in Rebels, which would be after this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So that's all right. He's like, what about you? What have you been up
But
to?
he's admiral at this point.
He's out. No, they said he was governor.
Oh, in the premiere episode, he's admiral, and he's later
Yes, admiral.
promoted to
Here
governor.
they said governor.
Yeah. Whenever he put Crosshair in charge of everything.
And so Echo's talking to Hunter, and they're just basically talking about, why, you want to come retire here with us? And he's like, dude, there's a fight. There's a lot of our brothers out there being captured. We have to do something. And Hunter's like, you've done enough. What good is it going to do? And he's like, there's more that needs to be done, brother. We need your help. Tech goes, I decrypted the data. And Tech says the Imperial Transport Echo Hydract was assigned to the Advanced Science Division, or ASKD. Never heard of it. That's because it's a clandestine operation. There are no records on its location or its purpose. All I could find was the chief scientist in charge, Dr. Royce Hemlock, an officer expelled from the Public Science Corps due to his unauthorized and unorthodox experiments.
He's a mad scientist.
He is a mad scientist. Mad scientist. Like, I don't know. This gets worse. Previous transfer records recovered from the ship's logs list other clone prisoners detained by the AST, and Crosshair is one of them.
So they've located their brother.
Yep, their brother.
And now they realize that he's turned on the Empire. Hunter's questioning, but Tech's like very sure of it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, here's his number. Checked our old comm channel and found a recent distress message sent from Crosshair's old code. And Omega's like, what's it say? And Tech says Plan 88, the Seeker. And they all kind of look at each other. He's like, we are being targeted. I believe he is warning us.
I guess if I would have waited for the explanation, it would have told itself. So
yeah, it's a trap like he set for us before, and Wrecker just grunts, and I think he's pooping.
yeah. Mantel mix.
Mantel.
Gets right through the colon.
That's right through. I don't have a gallbladder.
And that's just bladder.
Bladder.
That should be the slogan for the Mantel mix. Mantel mix. It'll cleanse your colon,
But not your bladder.
but not your bladder. May cause kidney stones.
May cause space rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So next thing we know, Sharpshooter is in the chair again.
I love how we're just sticking with that.
That's his name now.
Nobody gets the right name.
And then Space Liddell comes in. Dr. Liddell comes in, and it's like, dude, you're not escaping here, so just accept it. That's literally what he tells them.
He looks
He's
like
like,
an
"Why
angry
suffer
kid
more?"
when you like put him in a blanket or something. Like, you need to calm down. Like,
I refuse.
eat your soup.
And
Here comes the X-Wing.
and he's talking about, help me and I'll end your suffering. We know he won't. He doesn't care anything for the clones. He's looking lustily into his eyes. He's like, increase his injection level this time. Let's see how long until you break.
Inject me harder, doctor. Wait,
He's
no.
like, hey, I'm going to slay another day. And he walks out. He's like, I'm sashaying away. Next thing you know, the probe droid, the torture droid comes up, injects Crosshair, and you can tell it doesn't feel good.
No, as it shouldn't. I mean, it's doing its job.
Shouldn't.
You know, the helper scientist, like, she looks very concerned.
And then there's grunting, and it goes black.
Yep, per the norm. So
Per
it's
the norm.
yeah. No, usually ends just black out and
Yeah.
grunt a few times, black out, and wake up like, oh my god, what happened?
What did I do? Oh, Plan 88.
Plan 88.
Plan 88.
Yeah. In the other
It's
version,
fun.
initiate Plan 69.
Hey, you. How about you? Come here, fingers. We're funny. So, what did you all think? Let us know of the episode. We know it was a little rushed. We're kind of under a time crunch here tonight.
Yeah,
too.
we have been, but we got through these are I know okay, so we've got 15. Okay, so we got 2 left after this. And those are doozies.
Yeah, those are
there's
big ones.
so much that happens in the next 2 episodes. They're gonna be fun to talk about. There is a lot more action stuff. So like we know like the action ones, we kind of have to flow through them. But God, it's coming to a great conclusion. If you guys haven't already finished watching it, maybe do so before we talk about it if you don't want to be spoiled. Unless you're Chof and this is how you consume your content.
And then, cool.
Very cool. So
Thank you for
great for us to
listening
finally
anyway.
be back on and get back on schedule. Like things have been happening. We're going to try to get a few ahead too. We need to get that cushion back.
Yeah, we're going to try.
But thank you guys for sticking with us. We really appreciate it a lot. We have so much fun doing this. You have no idea. And it's just a great outlet for both of us. And I think after the last couple of weeks, we both needed it today.
Yeah, we did.
It's been some stuff. Hang on the Discord. We'll talk about it. If you want Kyle's story time, I've got some great ones for you. So,
oh shit,
yeah. I ain't scared to tell them. So, but thanks again, guys. If you hadn't, make sure you like and subscribe, share with your friends, pass it along, help other people. Help us be discovered a little bit more. We rely on you guys. We rely on word of mouth. We don't do any advertising. Outside
we don't get any money from here.
We don't get paid a dime. We're in the hole. And so we're all it's just grassroots, posting stuff on social media and sharing what we can where we can. So share it with your friends. If you guys enjoy it and you have friends that are like-minded like you, and share it with your friends, bring them into the community, and we'll welcome them with open arms and data port peg reader things.
We will peg them.
I need the womp 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 back.
Womp womp womp.
Yeah. Did we have a listener of the week?
This week, yeah, Banner.
Hey, Banner. Oh yeah, because he's been bitching that we haven't done an episode. So
it's Banner. So here's your piece, banana.
Yeah, congratulations, Banner. Your prize is we did a new one. But thanks, buddy. We got Banner and I sat in Discord last night and talked for a little bit, and it was a good talk. I think we talked about things going on in life, and it was nice to talk with him, and I appreciate him for that. I needed that. So thanks, Banner. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, Banner. We love you, dude. Seriously. Banner.
We seriously love you.
You'll never leave us, Banner.
I don't know how to quit you.
Ever! So, with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
I'm Kyle, and wherever you guys are, please have a great evening, night, morning, whatever time, wherever it is, wherever you are, and please be good to each other.
Stay fresh, cheese bags. See ya!
Nerd Corps could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd Corps could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd Corps used to be just a made up word. MCs shied away.